digit thousands stacks.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 21 Ultimate Team head-to-head seasons gameplay. You guys can see we have a few new pickups for this episode, a few small ones, lower overalls, but still good. We added Donte Jackson because he had, or Dante, I think it's Donte Jackson. For the Panthers, he has 90 speed. Yeah, it speaks for itself. The man's just fucking fast. I mean, we're adding a lot of guys that are just straight up fast. We also added Mack Strong at fullback, and then we added Carson and Darnell Savage. A few of the newer superstar MVP cards, just a few backups, a few guys that will probably get some playing time. I think there was somebody I just missed somehow. Let's see if I can see him on my team. Who was the other guy that I fucking added? Oh, yeah, that's right. 79 overall, Russell Wilson. I ended up adding Russell Wilson to the team because, why not? I ended up buying the power up for, I think, like 3,000 coins. Did not cost me much really at all. And I figured I'd get the Seahawk chem. And then at some point, if I want to try out Russell Wilson, maybe I can just kind of slowly upgrade him, you know what I mean? And eventually possibly use him. But right now, we're just using him purely as a backup. He will be holding snaps, possibly running some fakes. Didn't really think about that. But yeah, we end up adding Russell Wilson to the team. We add Mack Strong, who is very needed, actually. I really needed a fullback because our fullback was a 61 overall bronze. And I was using Max Williams as my fullback, but he's a really good second tight end, so I wanted to add him as a blocker and then, have Mack Strong to back him up. It's Eddie George. You guys already know. I mean, I'm trucking all over the place. I'm falling down, whatever. I probably could have got to the end zone right there. I'm just trucking and missing because this guy keeps running past me. But Eddie George running over everybody and getting himself into the end zone behind the blocks of his new fullback, Mack Strong. We had him subbed in at tight end, ran behind him a few times. I'm really glad I grabbed that Mack Strong. There was no way I was grabbing the 87. The set does not look worth it to me at all for a fullback. It's 120K on the auction block. No fucking way am I spending that much. Maybe at some point we upgrade him all the way, but I figured, you know what? I don't need anything crazy. I just need somebody competent that can actually block and is a real fullback. And adding a Seahawk is huge for the Seahawk chemistry that I'm slowly building. As 4th and 13, early in this game we get in with Eddie George, and we give up that, which sucks. But Darius Leonard, his first pick on my team, had him ever since the beginning. Ends up getting that one pretty easily. The guy throws it right at him, runs like a wheel route into him as we were just kind of playing with Lamar right there, hoping we could get in, but we end up getting taken down at the 3. But that's okay, because, Eddie George, he just does what he does from the 3 to the 1 and from the 1 to the end zone as he adds his second touchdown of the game. Eddie George, the workhorse for our team, man. Coming into this year, if you would have told me that Eddie George would have been the workhorse on my offense and not Lamar Jackson, would have been very surprised because I was not a running back dude the past few years. I really haven't been. I've been a passer. I've been, throwing. I feel like that's my best chance to win. But this year, I am running the ball like a madman with Eddie George. I mean, unless somebody really commits to stopping it, I don't think they can stop it because Eddie George just runs over people. And yes, I do run into the occasional people that play it a lot better, but you're going to run into that. For the most part, Eddie George is really hard to stop just because he runs over everybody. He's right here. I make a mistake. That's not my coverage. That was just... or not my players, Donte Jackson, did not get burned. 90 speed, better not fucking get burned. But I ran cover 3, brought the safety down, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. I was kind of experimenting this game. I was using Darnell Savage, one of the new superstar MVPs, at strong safety instead of Jamal Adams, because I was thinking maybe I could cash in on Jamal Adams as somebody is riding a motorcycle outside my window. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You probably hear my dogs. Yeah, they don't like that. But I was using Darnell Savage instead of Jamal Adams because Jamal went for 60K, but after this game I realized I just like letting Jamal do his thing, in the secondary. So Darnell Savage will be kind of a sub-in user in our nickel formation. We'll put him in for linebackers, which, will be pretty beastly. Because obviously he has 89 speed, and that's faster than any linebacker in the game, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if a linebacker has like 85 plus speed. I have not seen it really. The fastest linebacker I've seen or that I personally looked at is the 85 Jalen Smith, who has 83 speed. So, yeah, Darnell Savage will be nice in those, those just pass-heavy situations where just getting somebody out there with speed to user is a lot better than, sitting out there with a linebacker that I just don't have confidence usering in this year. My picks that I've gotten have been with Jamal. They've been with safeties. They've been with faster people. Linebackers suck to users. Right here on 1st and goal. What a dot, baby. I mean, that was beautiful. With 4 seconds left in the half, that was... That was some risky business right there. Oh, man, for those of you that have never seen the league, you will not get that reference, and it'll just sound weird. But you know what? I'm leaving it in. Fuck it. But we end up getting a touchdown right before half to put ourselves up 21-7. Obviously, if we don't get that, we're still up 17-7, so we're still in good shape. But that was a beautiful throw by Lamar, beautiful catch, beautiful route. Honestly, everything worked on that play. And it was exactly how I drew it up. You know, I had all my timeouts gone. I just, run a rollout to the right. If it's not there, throw it away, take my field goal. And that's all she wrote. But instead, get the touchdown. That's huge. But this dude, that 2-touchdown lead, that helps us a lot. Because this guy, he can dot. And right here, he dots me. Andre Johnson into the end zone. Shaquille Griffin just gets burnt a little bit. Doesn't really get burnt. He was able to keep up with him. It was just Andre Johnson has obviously really good route running, so he just broke off on that post. And it was easy, poor Shaquille, but the dude's played so good for us, I really don't got a problem. As Eddie George, you already know. The man's coming out swanging, man. I think that said 23 rushes for 110 yards. He's taking over the game. He's taken over a lot of games I've played. And, why not just keep feeding the beast, man? Up 7 right now. We're trying to run a little bit of clock. We're not running shoot clock. I don't run shoot clock unless it's the fourth quarter and, either I'm up and it makes sense. Like, in real NFL situations, that's when I run clock. So right now, we're not doing it. We're just running the ball, trying to get ourselves a first downs. Right here, we get a little bit risky. On 4th down, we decide to go for it. And Chris Carson, one of the new additions, ends up pushing it in after the 4th down conversion from Eddie George. And Chris Carson doing a little dance, or not really a dance, just a little point. I don't know what that was. But Chris Carson, new addition to the team, ends up getting a touchdown in the first game. 78 overall. Would not have thought that would have happened, but you know what? He ends up making a really nice run and getting us into the end zone, and that forces the rage quit. This dude was out after that, man. He could not handle any more of the tandem between Eddie George, well, mainly Eddie George, because Chris Carson only got 1 carry. But, it was a touchdown, so a pretty damn good carry. It's our first win of the season. I did tell you guys in the previous videos, I made the playoffs and got my ass spanked. So I just figured, why even show that? It was like 30 to fucking, I think I scored at the end, but it was just not a good game. It would not have been fun to talk about how I choked in the playoffs for the first time this year. So, whatever. We're starting the new season off. Hopefully we get to the playoffs and actually have a decent run, some games I can show you guys. But that was a solid game. The dude, I feel like quit a little bit prematurely. Could have made it a little bit interesting at the end possibly, but I get it, up by 2 scores with me running the ball like a madman. Probably didn't feel like staying in it that much longer and probably was pretty pissed. But that's going to go ahead and do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.